America, the land of opportunity, thriving cities, and growing populations. But did you know that nearly half the country is practically empty? While some states are booming, others are struggling to keep their residents from leaving. From unbearable weather to collapsing economies, certain states are experiencing an exodus at alarming rates. But which ones are losing the most people? Stick around as we count down the 10 US states that are turning into ghost towns faster than you think. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more engaging content like this. 10. North Dakota. North Dakota's vast open plains and small-town charm simply aren't enough to keep people from leaving. Despite its oil-rich economy, the state has been seeing a decline in its workforce, particularly among younger residents. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, North Dakota saw a net loss of over 4,000 residents in 2023 alone. One of the biggest reasons for this decline? The brutal winters, with temperatures often plunging to 40 degrees Fahrenheit and blizzards making daily life nearly impossible. The state is becoming less desirable to live in. While North Dakota still benefits from the oil industry, its economy has slowed compared to its boom years. Many workers who once flocked to the state for high-paying oil jobs are now leaving as automation and market shifts reduce demand. With fewer economic opportunities outside of energy, many young professionals are choosing states with more diverse job markets. Healthcare access is another growing issue. Rural hospital closures have left many communities with limited medical services, forcing residents to drive hours for basic care. Even though North Dakota boasts a low cost of living, it isn't enough to outweigh its challenges. Between the harsh climate, declining job market, and lack of healthcare, it's clear why people are choosing to leave. 9. West Virginia. Once the heart of America's coal industry, West Virginia is now one of the fastest declining states in the nation. Once thriving mining towns have become shadows of their former selves, leaving communities struggling to survive. The state's population shrank by over 18,000 residents between 2022 and 2023, according to census data. Job loss is one of the biggest factors driving this exodus. Coal mining, once the backbone of West Virginia's economy, has been steadily declining for decades due to automation and shifting energy policies. Without new industries to replace these lost jobs, many residents are forced to move elsewhere. West Virginia also ranks among the poorest states in the country, with a poverty rate of 16.6%. Wages are lower compared to neighboring states, making relocation an appealing option. Education is another major issue. The state ranks among the lowest in the nation for public school quality and higher education opportunities, pushing families to seek better schooling options elsewhere. Healthcare accessibility is also a growing concern. Many rural hospitals have shut down due to underfunding, making it difficult for residents to receive medical care without traveling long distances. With limited job prospects, struggling schools, and a failing healthcare system, it's no surprise that West Virginia continues to lose residents. 8. Wyoming. Wyoming may be home to Yellowstone National Park, but that hasn't stopped people from leaving. While the state's scenic beauty is undeniable, its extreme weather, economic limitations, and low population density make it a tough place to live. In 2023, Wyoming saw a net loss of over 3,000 residents. Brutal winters with heavy snowfall, sub-zero temperatures, and frequent road closures make year-round living difficult. For those not used to such harsh conditions, relocating to a milder state becomes an obvious choice. The job market in Wyoming is also limited outside of tourism and natural resources. While energy and ranching remain stable, there are few opportunities for high-paying jobs in tech, healthcare, or finance. Many young professionals are leaving for states with stronger and more diverse job markets. Healthcare access is another challenge. Wyoming's small and remote towns mean medical facilities are scarce, forcing residents to travel long distances for even routine care. This is especially problematic for families and retirees. Despite its low cost of living, Wyoming struggles to attract and retain residents. Without major investments in infrastructure and industry, the state's population will likely continue to decline. 7. Maine. Maine's rugged coastline and picturesque towns may seem idyllic, but it's also one of the fastest aging states in America. With a median age of 45, the state struggles to retain younger residents who are seeking better opportunities elsewhere. According to census data, Maine lost nearly 6,000 residents in 2023, continuing its trend of slow population decline. One of the biggest challenges? The job market. While tourism and fishing remain staples of the economy, they don't provide stable, high-paying jobs for professionals. Many young workers are relocating to larger cities, like Boston, where career growth and salaries are far more competitive. Maine's brutal winters don't help its case either. With temperatures frequently dropping below zero and annual snowfall exceeding 75 inches, the weather can be grueling for residents. Many people, especially retirees, are choosing to relocate to warmer states like Florida or the Carolinas. Housing affordability is also becoming a growing issue. While home prices were once relatively low, property values have surged by nearly 15% in the past 3 years, making it increasingly difficult for young families to buy homes. Rising property taxes only add to the financial strain. Healthcare is another major concern. Doctor shortages and rural hospital closures have left many communities struggling to access medical care. For aging residents, this lack of healthcare services is a major deterrent to staying in the state. With fewer economic opportunities, harsh winters, and a struggling healthcare system, Maine continues to lose more people than it gains. 6. South Dakota. South Dakota's sprawling plains and famous landmarks like Mount Rushmore attract millions of visitors, but few choose to stay long-term. Despite a relatively strong agricultural economy, the state is losing residents due to limited job prospects and harsh winters. According to census data from 2023, South Dakota saw a net population loss of over 5,200 people. Job opportunities are scarce outside of farming and tourism. While Sioux Falls and Rapid City offer some career prospects, many industries failed to provide competitive wages compared to larger cities in neighboring states. As a result, young professionals are leaving for places with better career growth. The climate is another major issue. South Dakota's winters are brutally cold, with temperatures often dipping below 10 degrees Fahrenheit and frequent snowstorms making travel difficult. Many people simply don't want to endure such extreme conditions when warmer alternatives exist. Healthcare access is also a growing concern, especially in rural areas. Many South Dakotans have to travel long distances to find specialized medical care, and doctor shortages make maintaining a reliable healthcare system difficult. This is especially problematic for the state's aging population. Even though South Dakota offers a low cost of living, affordability doesn't always mean desirability. The combination of low wages, extreme weather, and geographic isolation makes it a less attractive option for young families and professionals. Without economic diversification and infrastructure improvements, South Dakota's population will likely continue to shrink. 5. Montana. Montana's breathtaking mountain views and outdoor recreation opportunities attract visitors, but few are willing to stay permanently. Despite its natural beauty, the state's economy struggles to keep pace with the rest of the country. In 2023, Montana experienced a net population loss of nearly 6,500 residents, according to census figures. Housing costs are becoming a major issue. The median home price in Montana has skyrocketed by over 20% in the last 3 years, making it increasingly unaffordable for many residents. Rising property taxes and a lack of affordable housing options have forced many to relocate. The job market is another weak point. While tourism and agriculture remain economic drivers, they don't provide enough stable, high-paying jobs to keep young professionals in the state. Many college graduates leave for better-paying opportunities in nearby states like Washington and Colorado. Montana's winters can be brutal, with some areas receiving over 100 inches of snowfall annually. Freezing temperatures make daily life challenging, prompting many retirees and families to move to milder climates. Infrastructure and healthcare access are also problematic. Many rural hospitals have shut down, forcing residents to travel hours for specialized care. The lack of investment in public services continues to make Montana less desirable for long-term residency. Without major economic and infrastructure improvements, Montana will likely continue to experience population decline. 4. Alaska. Alaska is the largest state in the U.S., but it remains one of the least populated. Despite its vast resources and stunning wilderness, people are leaving at record rates. Census reports indicate that Alaska lost over 5,000 residents in 2023, adding to a decade-long trend of population decline. One of the biggest reasons? The cost of living. Due to its remote location, everyday goods like groceries and fuel cost significantly more than in the lower 48 states. The median home price in Anchorage has surpassed $429,000, making housing unaffordable for many. Extreme weather makes life even harder. Long, dark winters bring temperatures as low as 50 degrees Fahrenheit in some regions, and heavy snowfall can make daily activities challenging. Many people simply don't want to endure these frigid conditions year after year. Job opportunities outside of oil and fishing are another major issue. While some industries offer high wages, there are few career options in fields like tech, finance, or healthcare. 3. Nebraska. Nebraska may be the heart of the Midwest, but that hasn't stopped people from leaving in droves. Despite having a low unemployment rate, the state is struggling to keep its residents. In 2023, Nebraska experienced a net migration loss of over 4,500 people, according to census data. One major reason? Lack of urbanization. Outside of Omaha and Lincoln, much of Nebraska consists of small towns with limited entertainment, nightlife, and career opportunities. Many young professionals prefer states with more vibrant urban centers. 2. Kansas. Kansas may be known as the Sunflower State, but it's losing residents faster than almost any other state in the Midwest. In 2023, Kansas experienced a net population loss of over 7,200 people, according to census data. While some of its major cities, like Wichita and Kansas City, remain stable, many smaller towns are shrinking rapidly. One of the biggest issues? A lack of economic diversity. Kansas relies heavily on agriculture and manufacturing, but these industries have struggled to keep up with modern economic demands. Young professionals looking for careers in tech, finance, or entertainment are leaving for larger job markets in states like Texas and Colorado. 1. Mississippi. Mississippi has long struggled with population loss, and 2023 was no exception. The state saw a net loss of over 10,000 residents, making it one of the fastest shrinking states in the country. The biggest issue? A struggling economy. Mississippi has the lowest median household income in the U.S., and job opportunities are severely limited outside of a few major cities like Jackson and Gulfport. Many young professionals leave the state in search of higher wages and better career growth. Education and healthcare are also major concerns. Mississippi ranks among the lowest in the nation for both public education and healthcare access. Underfunded schools and hospital closures have made it increasingly difficult for families to see a future in the state. Final thoughts. While each of these states has its own unique charm, they are struggling with economic challenges, climate issues, and population decline. Whether it's rising costs, extreme weather, or job shortages, residents are leaving in search of better opportunities elsewhere. What do you think? Would you consider moving to any of these states, or do you see yourself leaving them? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more eye-opening content on the fastest changing places in America.